2020 and 2021 was in some way, I don't want to say it was met with skepticism. It was met literally, I did not know what to expect. And I think I mentioned that I literally did not know what to expect. Going back a few years, I didn't know what to expect from Discovery. I didn't know what to expect from Picard. I literally did not know what to expect from Lower Decks. And honestly, not that I had anything against them, I didn't know if we were going to be able to find enough to talk about with Lower Decks, because I know it was like, is it Rick and Morty inspired? Is that the people behind it?
Mike McMahon worked on Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Rick and Morty. I'm not a fan of Rick and Morty. I don't dislike it. I'm just not a fan of it. So I think my biggest surprise was it is so hard to blend comedy and drama and seriousness, and they have, to me, hit a perfect balance. And I am stunned at how incredibly good Lower Decks is, not just because the comedy works, but I have never seen somebody do so much callbacks to things that some people call fan service, and it works. I rarely feel like, oh God, here they go mentioning Chief O'Brien with a statue or something. I rarely get irritated with them. It always seems to work. And also, I think I've come to like Discovery more than I thought I would. So I think for me, it was a pleasantly surprising year that I like as much of the Star Trek as I do. And I think that's been great. And as you said, Charles, I didn't know if we're going to have a lot to talk about with some of these, but so far I am finding a lot to talk about with every one of them.
I don't think any of us, well, except for me, have any problem talking about finding something to talk about with anything Star Trek related.
Exactly.
But I mean, with Lower Decks being 20-minute episodes, as opposed to say Discovery, that's twice that length. And then not knowing how much of that's just going to be comedy, how much of it's going to be silly. I mean, there's a lot of Star Trek to talk about, and then a lot of, really great character work. And and just the script writing is something because the amount of information they get into a 22 page script is phenomenal. It's just the economy of writing those scripts is just fascinating to me as well.
Right. Yeah. And it's such a pacey show that you can pack so much into. It sounds like it's short. 20, 21, 22 minute episode, but I mean, so much happens. And I will say that as much as I enjoyed Discovery from the beginning, and as much as my appreciation of it grew each season, I gotta say Lower Decks has been the biggest surprise for me. Like I was also kind of iffy about it, and ended up it might be my favorite of the modern Trek series. I know, exactly. And I would never have predicted that.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love it. And, we're back on Prodigy right now for the second set of its first season. And all I keep thinking is, what's happening with Boimler? What's happening with Tendi and Rutherford? I just want to get back to Lower Decks. I can't wait to see more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I've been really impressed though as well by the strides they've made on Discovery over the last 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we started working on this podcast, a couple months before we started releasing episodes, or a month or so, but that was the season 3 of Discovery was going on then. And season 3 was sort of talking me back into liking Discovery before I started doing this podcast, because season 1 and 2, I was very up and down on Discovery.
Yeah.
But I thought season 3 had really turned it around. And then season 4 has been doing a great job of building on that. So it's just fun to be watching the shows now and seeing them figure out how to not only make them good, but make them good modern television, but also good Star Trek. And I mean, they went through similar sort of thing back when Next Gen started, and I wasn't really aware of it at the time, but very tumultuous getting Next Gen and DS9 off the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's interesting to living through something like that going on again with these modern shows.
Yeah, I agree.